Greetings. All right, everybody, it is that time again. The weekend is here, and it's time for some War of Rights. And we're about halfway through this campaign for the UEC. This is week 3 of 5, I believe. Let's go ahead and flip her over to the old good side there. Oh shit. Well, welcome to the stream. We're having server stuff right away. Let's hope it doesn't crash us out, so we have to start again. So, thank you for joining me. Such as it is so far today. Hope everybody's having a good one. Weather's sun is shining here in Cuyahoga Falls. It's a good day to work outside. Got a little of that done this morning. So we're having a wonderful day. I hope you are doing the same. I'm not sure why it's gone to drill camp. See all the men piling in. I suspect it won't be here long. Here we go. I was gonna say, I thought something was up there. Alright, let's go back to the other old screen. You guys don't need to see my shit. Boy. Boy, you don't need to be looking at my shit, boy. So they were successfully crashed the server. Get that out of the system before we actually start the battles. And while you're just sitting there, you might as well go over to the YouTube channel, hit that like button, subscribe to all those videos. Trying to get the watch time up. Hadn't been able to spend a whole lot of time over there. So, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do some stuff for you boys. I like the historical things. You guys got to tell me if that's what you like or not. I did the short, the 2 shorts. I had the one where the German Corps hit Slaughter's boys in the woods there on week 1, and then and that did really well. It was like 800 something views. It was pretty dope. And then the other one, where I did the little history, I spent way more time working on it, and it got half the views. Well, you could argue, of course, that the German Corps was much more compelling to watch because, Jesus, they came out of nowhere like serpents in the grass. It was awesome. So you never know. I mean, you can't always go by audience participation to determine what's good and what's not good, but I want your guys' feedback. So you got to tell me what you want so I know where to spend my time, because it is, I wouldn't say precious, but it is, I don't have as much of it as I used to. Alright, so I suspect we're not going to stay in the East Woods either, and it hasn't started loading anything, so yeah, there it goes. It's trying. So now would be a good time if you want to get some popcorn or maybe take a leak. Smoke a cigarette, whatever you got to do. I'm going to hang out in the Union camp before the battle. See if we can't talk to some people. I'm not going to get in anybody's way too much, seeing that they're trying to get their people in order for the battle. And today we're doing Cook's Countercharge and the Bloody Lane, which is always a favorite. Alright, 20th New York. Speaking of the German Corps, here they are. The 6th U.S. Cav is here. I see Captain Venom. That's the 51st New York. Excuse me. Pixel here. The 4th New Jersey Devils.
Hello.
52nd New York. Oh, there's a little Ludwig. 5th Ohio. Flehoy. That's how you say it, right? Flehoy. If I get your names wrong, you guys have to tell me, or I will not know. I'm just a stupid American. I've never pronounced a lot of these words. My tongue hasn't had to fold in such ways. You got to give me a break here. I mean, flehoy is not a word that comes up in my normal vocabulary. But I do appreciate you being here, man, and I want to make sure that everybody is represented properly, including this man, General in Charge. That's D.L. Stricker. He fought at the Bloody Lane. This is going to be historical, and there is Captain Frank, 52nd New York.
Yep.
The Old Guard.
Hello.
Captain, or Colonel, sorry, good to see you. 20th Georgia, 83rd there, the Irish. Got a mixed bag. All these guys are great fighters. There's Livington as well. We got all the brass here today. This is going to be good. Jesse. All right, here we go. About time to rock and roll.
After their victory at South Mountain, Union General McClellan with his Army of the Potomac was close on the heels of Confederate Generals Longstreet and Hill as they quickly retreated across Antietam Creek to set up a defensive line. After Union General Hooker crossed with the 1st Corps, it was up to 2 regiments of Pennsylvanians to find and probe Lee's vulnerable left flank. When darkness finally ended the brief skirmish, Union troops had pushed the Confederate forces away from the East Woods, but both armies could barely sleep as skirmishing fire continued throughout the night.
All right, 8th Ohio, that's nice. So we're going straight into the sunken lane. All right. Well, this should be a lot of fun. Glad you guys are all here to join me. Make sure to hop in the chat if you want to say hello. All the interactions help the channel. All the computer spies, they want to know that you're interacting and paying attention. Because that's what they're selling, your attention. All right, let's get up in the air. Start this thingamajiggy. Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Joehova. Welcome to War of Rights. It is Saturday, and we're hanging out with the UEC. It is week 3 of the UEC Antietam campaign, and they are doing it battalion style. Each team has 3 battalions, 1, 2, and 3. You're looking at the Union right now, and we're seeing some familiar faces right off the bat. That is Captain Frank. There's First Lieutenant Pixel. I saw Stricker in here earlier. There's Parker.
Guys, we need 1 messenger from your ranks.
And since they're doing it battalion style, that means they have a general headquarters and a command structure for all 3 of these battalions. If you've never experienced War of Rights, it is a historical simulator, in my opinion. Some call it a game, where you take the place of a Union or Confederate soldier during the 1862 Maryland campaign.
Parker?
And if you can't afford to be a reenactor, this is the next best thing. Look how beautiful this game is. It's historical in nature, so you get to hang around with a bunch of nerds like me that like to talk history. Right now we're at the Bloody Lane, so we're standing at the roulette farm getting these units in order. They came through this area on their approach to the Bloody Lane. Let's go take a look at what the Confederates have in store for these bluebellies. You can see there is the Bloody Lane right here. Of course, historically, there are a lot more men. The servers are still a maximum of 300, and it's hard to get people to do these fine events during the summertime. It's so beautiful around the world. You can see, though, as of right now, 234 of 300 in the server. So a nice big number, lots of men, and we're going to see some really, really bloody battling here. So let's let the men do some of the talking, shall we?
Who's in front of us in order of march?
Right dress. What?
Who's first in order of march?
We.
56? Okay,
Merch was first. What did I check my tag? Oh, is that alright?
Yeah, you can change your tag, yeah.
And you can hear the guys giving each other good luck on the battle. We are going to go, that's 3rd Battalion, we're going to go with the Yankees. And we're going to join them on this attack, this historical attack on this position. And these boys know how to do it right in the UEC. You're going to see some beautiful formations today. And again, let's let the boys do the talking.
Yeah, okay, just 4.
How many
Yeah,
Rear close.
to my left.
Guarding the bit.
I think, looking at the numbers, I think it would be best if the 83rd and the 20th were Company A together.
Okay.
It's quite big enough to have one.
You guys want to follow in on the right side?
Yeah.
Sir, we
Yeah.
are live. We're going to move out to the fence on the ridge.
Right, very good. Okay, 83rd, form on the...
So you can hear the orders already coming in. We are live. You heard him say it. And we're in the Union Command tent under Captain or General Stricker. Excuse me. General Fleischer here as well. And the 20th Georgia fighting with the Union this week. That'll be interesting. Those are tenacious fighters.
And third listen check.
Alright. I assume that only the 3rd Battalion has buck and ball, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, all the Irish boys over there have buck and ball.
Yeah, but it's only 1 battalion. That's what I meant.
That's cool.
I think the other 2 just have the normal rifles, right?
I think so, yes.
As staff, we can move out.
So this is the Union position. Do a little cinematics here. You can see that with some dramatic music. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dum. Here they go. We're gonna go with them. try to make it look pretty. Because I'll tell you what, the creators of this game, they have done a fantastic job. Just a beautiful work of art that we get to play every weekend. I'm an old fart. It brings a tear to me eye. Hey, Motor. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. We are with the Union as they are moving out toward the bloody lane. Historically, French actually veered off to the left and hit this part of the field. This was Robert E. Lee's center. And it actually would break. Spoiler alert. And just barely hold together. So let's see if we can get some close-up cinematics of these boys marching into battle here. This is the only thing that's hard about this first-person game, is that you don't have a great peripheral, and so you're really relying on seeing the man in front of you. So you don't get the straight marching lines that you would see in a movie. That's hard to do, because it's hard to see your man to your right or your left. These guys are doing an incredible job of it, though. Matter of fact, let's see, that's 83rd there with the Irish and the 20th Georgia. Oh boy. And they're wearing the Irish flag. These boys fought here historically as well. Oh, thanks, Motor. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for being here. I love that you watch my videos. It makes me very happy. And you can see the beautiful boys in blue coming across the field.
Once we're there, we're gonna dress onto the colours. Right, dressing up onto the colours.
It's a pretty good shot. You got some guys back there in the distance.
Like we did before in the drill.
And see, these guys are working really hard to try to get these movements correct. It's just not easy. All right, let's try to get a shot. We'll see if we can capture the Union coming over the hill. And here we go. Confederates already starting.
Shoot at the officers. Let's kill the officers.
You hear Lamel?
I heard the honor, sir. I have a message from Hawk.
I'm sorry, I'm not finding off.
You should shift a bit to the left.
Okay, I can't.
The Union is attacking from the center.
Yes, sir, no problem.
This is war
Artillery already coming in, and the Confederates have launched their defensive attack. And they killed Stricker. That's what he's saying anyway. Let's see if Todd is correct. They definitely hightailed it out of there. That looks like a lot of Union dead officers to me. So, great work early by the Confederates as the Union continue to pour across this field. And this is fairly historic, accurate as well. The Alabama were holding this area right here, and the Union came across that field and came right over this hill. And you can see this is Anderson's division. These guys, highly trained, not getting excited, just waiting for the enemy to approach. Oh, that's a great shot right there for Gordon.
Well now.
Bitte auch mal die Höhenlinie. Da kommen sie.
Nice.
And the Union picking this side of the field. Oh, that's a beautiful shot right there. That is kind of what I'm looking for. Historically accurate. That's where they came across, or near this area. You see the flags waving in the distance. And they're about to take rounds. So the battalion events are a lot less chaotic than a normal battle. You can see the guys forming up in large lines. It is beautiful to watch. Ooh, artillery hitting in close. You can see the debris flying.
Habe ich Angst vor der Art.
Okay. They have one battalion in reserve to the southwest. We need to watch out that they don't flank us.
Yep, that's alright.
You hear flank there, or Frank there, trying to guard the flank. He knows to do it because he's always looking for it on the enemy. And he's good at finding it. More artillery coming in.
I almost died.
Du wirst diesen Regen aushalten.
Hey.
Second company.
Director, volleys to the left of Bleak, the small cloud down at the little corner. We've got the 3rd Battalion moving to the left. So we'll try and cover them in case they're doing an assault.
Left am Blick schießen, Jungs.
Second company.
Das gibt's ja noch.
Out! Battalion!
Hey! Left oblique,
Left am Blick, first company.
Fire!
Der Teamkill?
Ja, Digga, geteamkillt neben mir.
You can see just coming through that smoke right there how pretty this game is. And how devastating the volleys can be. These Union, they got a nice wood fence here, but it's not saving all of them.
Hey!
Left oblique.
Left to left.
Oh, nice hits. Colors are down.
And you can hear Weber getting the men excited, telling them they're getting some nice hits on these Confederates. Let's take a look. Well, they're back in the corn. 1st Virginia and 18th North Carolina. 2nd Battalion. And they are under heavy fire. But the Confederates not having to do too much to defend this lane yet. Union not really committing to much more than long-range musket fire at the moment. And Anderson's division is happy to exchange.
Alles klar. Also wir stehen im Feuerkampf mit...
Alles klar.
Wir haben hier 2 Bataillone. Eins oben auf dem Hügel, eins geht nach links.
Alles klar.
Stay at the ready. Cannot hit them now.
Battalion, cease fire.
They fall back.
Please.
Yeah.
We're going down into the road. Shoulder. Shoulder. Arms. Up.
Yeah,
At the quick time forward.
That's a quick time forward.
All right, they're moving out.
Hold on a second. If I say guide center, that means this guy right and right down.
So they think that the Union has run away. They backed off, but they are still here. And that's the 4th New Jersey Devils, along with 52nd New York and the 6th U.S. Andrew Walsh there, Impling, Pixel.
Kannst du denen mal sagen, dass die
Das ist ein gutes Abbrechen.
Battalion, my command. My battalion. Aim.
First company, aim.
Oh, it's perfect.
Irish boys are moving back over.
Here, Weber keeping his men fired up. I like it. All right, we got the Irish coming back up the hill.
Alright.
Literally getting to carry their flag today. I bet that makes a lot of those boys pretty happy. Ooh, and some Yankee Jam. Boy, oh boy. Looks like Tim's on the guns again. Who are the Confederates using to shoot the big guns? Let's take a look. JDL back on the guns. These boys are super deadly as well. They were part of that Yankee Jam explosion we had last week. Wow. So with the JDL running a big gun, the Union better be shaking in their boots because they're going to have a lot of cannonballs hitting right around home. So we'll see how effective it's going to be. Those fences, although it looks cool, those fences do provide a lot of cover.
And then fix bayonets and reload.
And you can always hear the 1st Virginia on the field. He's fired up. Slaughter here as well, running 2nd Battalion. And you can see the Union coming down the hill, slowly but surely. And surely they're here. Get your bra on, surely the Union's here. A lot of those rounds going high.
Haben wir fired where?
Disparando todo el rato, caballeros. 56, go to the right.
Virgen a la izquierda, Virgen a la izquierda.
¡A la izquierda!
A la izquierda.
A la izquierda de la formación.
¡Vamos
Todo
a la
el mundo
izquierda
se
de la
desplace a la
formación,
izquierda de la formación,
Virginia!
caballeros.
Simply keep in the fence and take cover if needed. Yep.
Virginia a la izquierda.
Reloads
And they are firing and advancing. This position may get overrun, so we're going to see how Anderson's division actually responds to this. You see them over on the left-hand side of your screen. But the Virginia doing a fine job here. Sending a lot of Confederate lead up the Yankees' way. And you see the Union no longer behind the cover of that fence. Can the JDL make them pay? You can see the musket fire of the 1st Virginia and the rest of the Confederates already doing that. And Weber watching his men fade away. You see here the 51st New York, 20th New York. Ohio was here as well. There they are, 5th Ohio. Oh! And we get some more Yankee Jam right up front. Just as I called for, and this battalion really, really getting the 1-2 punch. And Livington has seen enough. He's going to get him out of there. It's a smart move. Once you get pegged by that artillery, you have got to move because they're just going to open up on you. So the left is dissolving for the Union. The right side looks pretty strong. This is Captain Frank over here. Pixels here as well. This 52nd New York along with the 4th New Jersey Devils. And I think the 6th is with them as well. I don't see the 6th right now. There they are over on the left-hand side. Parker over there. And this is near the historical position where these men were decimated early on during this part of the combat. As they topped this hill close to the Confederate line, they were met with heavy, heavy musket fire.
Wir haben Befehl, die zu binden und zu beschützen.
And you see the balls on Captain Frank out there. Careful, Captain, those things are so big, they're going to get shot out. Speaking of big balls, Stricker, he's already been killed once. Oh, not to mention... Oh, there he goes again. Oh, Lord. Getting a little too close to the action there. And DL Stricker going down.
Hey! Direct to side. Down in the street. Battalion. What a big juicy volley.
A big juicy volley, according to Captain Frank. They're going to get one back. Looked like that might have been Parker going down.
First lieutenant, those are friendlies.
And we got the counterattack. They're saying they were friendlies. They might have been correct about that. And you see them at the point of contention. That's the Union, the Irish, along with the 83rd. And they should be happy. They have now got the Confederates on their heels here. They're going to have to take this position back. Not sure where Anderson's division went. Looks like they may be out there in the smoke.
Quick time forward march. Battalion, halt.
Company forward at the quick time. Forward march.
Battalion, halt and left face. At 30.
Reform. 2 lines.
You hear Jumbo giving the orders. He knows they're coming. Look at those flags coming through the corn like a shark in water. Here they come.
Right there. Southwest. Southwest.
Battalion, fire.
Fire.
I can't shoot shit no more.
That smoke is right in their face. It's hard for them to see.
Battalion, fire at will.
Fire at will, boys. Fire at will.
Company fire at will. Independent fire.
Which one?
Told me who will.
Who's?
Confederates are named Will. Buck 'em all. Kill 'em all. Kill 'em all.
You heard him say buck and ball. That is a deadly weapon at this kind of distance. And these men had it. Richardson, who actually was mortally wounded at this battle, at this position of the field, actually, famous for the buck and ball, his Michiganders.
What's your fire? Reform the 2 columns.
So the Union on the point of contention. What will the Confederates do? They got 17 minutes to decide. And the Union also have now poured down the field. Here they go. We got more of them coming this way.
Directly south.
Can you hear me, First Lieutenant?
Oh yes, First Lieutenant.
Okay. I could for a second. Now, Mike, check, right, couple paces, come on. Get them
Что делать?
Да ты не видишь, что
Ich habe ja gefragt, was da vorne abgeht, dann habe ich schon eine Fälle
Aber Mama, ты строишь.
Aber wir haben noch ein...
Wir haben noch ein Мне нужно вас осуществлять. Бонус как бы.
Ja, das
Soll ich zu den anderen
Right there in the corn to the direct south.
down.
Yes.
It's south, like directly left to south, like a little bit.
Nothing with the knock.
And the Confederates are on the move. You see them coming up the road here. They want to get on the flank of the enemy and shoot down. And that's where they are now. Can they actually see the enemy, though? That's the question. They're all at the point of contention. They're not at this side of the field at all. So we got a large portion of the Confederate army sitting over here, kind of ineffective right at the moment. They may shoot some stragglers.
Battalion, guide center.
We'll see what they do.
Camille? No, it's okay. Very good. I will be the
Front left, with their back to us.
One left.
They want to catch them coming across the field to reinforce.
Guide center, forward, march battalion.
At the quick time. Guide right.
Come on, I'm your center guide. Come on.
Forward march.
Up and over.
Yeah.
Up and over.
Right wheel march.
Right wheel. At the double quick, double.
They're coming all in shit.
This is what they wanted. They got it. Can they handle it? Certainly a surprise for the Union coming from spawn. Did not expect to see Confederates at this position. They also have rifles, and here they go. Giving it back to them. There's a lot of Yankees here. But this may pull troops from the front. Oh my God. The butternut and gray turning into crimson red as their blood drains from their lifeless bodies. How long are they going to hold this position? Well, I know the Virginia's here, the cab, because I heard Preacher. I heard, sounded like Slaughter there as well. Heard the Hagman. So, and you can see the destructive force they have left behind. Just a pile of bodies from former Union. And now they are broken off and they're going to run to the right-hand side. You can see this evidence of more Yankee jam. But the Union's still in command of the point of contention. 12:21 left in the match. And I expect to see the Confederates any moment. Here they come. Let's go with them.
Prepare to hold.
Hold.
Battalion, kneel. Man har fan och kuppen.
Ja, vorne. Ist doch. Bist du auf dem Feld oder lässt man hin?
Vorne sind fast Steine, die dich haben.
Willst du bei den Steinen von Battalion das mal so groß holen?
Ich weiß. Battalion. Right.
Aber ich würde dann auf jeden Fall einen Double-Kick.
Mal fair rauskommen.
Ja.
Battalion, at the quick time, forward.
Quick time.
Rise up.
March. Up and over, right oblique, march. Follow the road, straight ahead to northwest. Battalion at the double, forward.
The double.
At the double, come on.
March.
Faster, boys, faster.
Right oblique. Right oblique, march.
And here they come. Anderson's division has found the enemy flank. But they are noticed. Look at this. Union already prepared. This could get bloody. Confederates getting off some shots before they're really in position. Oh, and a brutal volley coming in. A lot of Union over here, and Anderson's division getting completely wiped. Will they be able to stand under such horrific fire? Don't sound like they're moving to me. And after the next couple volleys, there may not be anything left to run. You can see the men going down one at a time. And finally the fallback command. The Union just too strong in this position. Sorry, getting a little cinematic there. Well, the Confederates have turned the corner, and they're going to come in force from this direction. This is a good way to attack this position, actually, so this is pretty perfect for them at this point. They got to watch their right flank and, of course, their front. Oof, brutal fire. These Union, man, they're fired up today. Really hitting a lot of bodies.
No, he's behind the trees on the left in the corner.
Oh, okay, yeah. They can keep attacking from that side and just keep the Union looking that way.
Should I tell him to move up and shoot?
No, but Anderson's already moved out of the corner and onto the field, and they were engaged when I arrived.
They should have gone further left, I think.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful now, Will, because Yankee
they were engaged. I don't know what happened.
Attack the right.
We need to
First battalion, quick time forward.
Шагом. Марш. Ставить зарядку. Вперед. Ставить зарядку. Шагом вперед. Dress as good you can. Dress as good as you can. Oh! Направо.
На месте. Стой.
Стой. Цель. Огонь. После выстрела сформируйте шеренги. Сомкнуться направо.
Албам. Правее смыкаемся.
Well, I heard Preacher yell, "Charge bayonets." This can only end one way. All right, he got up front. You can see the enemy command on his right flank. Preacher's brave, but he's betting with his men's lives. Let's see if they can hold it.
Right side on the hill. There we go.
Will he inspire more Confederates to come up to his aid? They're moving out again. Here they go. Yeah, Lamel did it. Here they come. The Confederate charge across the field. We'll go with them into the blue wall. It takes dander and bravery to inspire the men, and that's what he did. Flagman coming in like he's going to do something with that flagpole. Well, they couldn't uproot the Yankee completely, but they did put a bruise on him. That's for sure. Thank goodness the Irish were here to hold them off. And you can hear now the Confederates are taking losses. And here they go. More Confederates pouring in. Can the Union hold a second time? With the Confederates attacking piecemeal like this, it will be a lot easier for the Union to be able to hold this position. And I still don't see any Confederates even penetrating the smoke wall. Great defense here. And the Irish have stood. The stand of the Irish.
ready.
Well done, boys.
Fall in.
And they got to turn right around, about face, because you got more enemies on your backside.
Just left the bush street, sir.
I'm like,
And that looks to be Anderson's division. They've been down this road before. Oh my God. Look at the accuracy. The 4th New Jersey Devils, the 83rd, and the Irish really laying it down today. 20th Georgia's here as well. Ooh, taking their fair share too. They better be watching that left flank, and they're back.
Go back into the field.
We're waiting for that to
Load and hold, IBB.
Enough of them are in the corn now.
Hold and hold, IBB.
Well, a hell of a defense here by the Irish.
Load and hold.
A great group.
Load no, gentlemen. Load no. Load no.
Jeez.
Here they come, boys. Get your loads.
Right in front of good luck.
Yeah, this is pretty much it, King. Pretty much everyone.
Now they're coming back again.
Let them stop first and then we'll give it to them.
Here, Jumbo giving his men some orders. Let's let the muskets do the talking.
Ready, gentlemen.
Tally. Good shit, boys.
I've got my eyes.
Prime target.
Roger that. Tally, aim.
Hey.
Still
And you can see when they shoot and volley, man, they can really put a lot of lead downrange. And Anderson's division is really getting a lot of attention, and now more of the Confederate Army moving that way, so we're about to get a flank attack here. See if the Union can sniff it out. And you see him already moving into position. I'm telling you guys, these boys are so smart. They've played these games for so many years. They know where you're going to be, because that's where they would be. So the Anderson's division's little feint attack may not work, as Confederates are going to come out of that corn and be greeted by Yankee lead. You can see it's already begun. Fire coming from the Confederates as well. So hard to see anybody in that corn.
Dress it left. Independent fire.
Aim low.
Independent fire, IBB.
Bad fire, go. One mark.
Like that, boys.
Fire the tree.
There you go. Keep it up, boys.
Keep it up. Keep it low.
One appears to be going left.
Harder for the Confederates, I think. They can't really see what they're shooting at, but you see movement in the distance.
Crossing to the right.
They are indeed crossing to the right. How are they going to do this now? Do they have enough men to create an L formation?
Battalion, take aim. Aim.
See what's up with these pesky Confederates. Here they come across the lane. Got his pistol out. You know it's an important time when the general of the army is coming out front with a pistol. to try to get this position back. Looks like the Confederates may be in danger of losing this whole thing here. Maybe Hogg and the boys can make something happen. He's got the sword out. And here they go. I don't know if they have enough men. It's a lot of Union here. Maybe they'll get some help from the backside as well. You can see the general confusion on the field, but still a lot of blue bellies here. More Confederates pouring in. You hear the huzzah. This is not looking good for the boys in butternut and gray. Here they come again. And more Union reinforcements coming in. They're stabbing each other. And they're counterattacking across the field. Look at this. This is also historic, and they were actually stopped. After Richardson went down, they kind of just lost their desire to keep moving in this position. And they had artillery help from the Piper Farm, as well as DHL running some interference with some suicide attacks. Well, you can see the Union large and in charge. We've got overtime, but that thing's about to turn blue, and this is the match. A glorious victory for the USA here, but the Confederates are not done yet. Here they come. They're going to try their best, but this is the whole damn Union Army. And it looks to be too little, too late for the Confederates. A Union victory.
As morning turned to afternoon, a sunken farming lane southeast of Dunker Church, which served local farmers to get their grain to the various mills along Antietam Creek, also equally served as an already dug trench line for the ragged Confederate infantry that made up the entire center of Lee's overstretched lines. Despite inflicting terrible losses on several brigades of Green Union troops, the Confederates inevitably broke and ran to the thin reserves holding at General Longstreet's headquarters at the Piper Farm, where Longstreet and his staff themselves were forced to man a cannon to cover their retreat and attempt to hold the line.
All right, that was the first one. Now we're going to go to the Confederate attack, and this one's going to be at Cook's countercharge. Thank you all for being here with us today. We appreciate you watching the streams with us. Make sure to drop in the chat, say hello. Also, run over to the YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to that channel as well. Hey, Jimmy Neutron, huzzah indeed. A great Union victory there, 51st. A large participant in that. Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Joehova. Welcome to War of Rights. It's Saturday, and we're hanging out with the UEC. This is week 3 of the Antietam campaign, and the first battle of the weekend was at the Bloody Lane, and it was a Union victory. These guys are really showing their stuff this weekend. Let's see if they can defend now as well as they were able to attack. You can see the Union Army there. Confederates are going to be on the other side. This is Cook's countercharge, and after the attacks of the Union into the West Woods in the morning and early afternoon, or approaching noon, these Confederates actually stormed out of these woods and threatened the Union flank on the Bloody Lane, and you could argue that's kind of what stopped the Union from advancing any further and exposing their own flank. And then McClellan, not wanting to show any initiative after the battle actually began, held those men in reserve for the rest of the battle and didn't do much with them. But there's a beautiful picture right here. This is just about where the Visitor Center sets on the modern battlefield. If you haven't visited the Antietam battlefield, you are really missing out. If you're close enough to get there, you absolutely should. It is a wonderful place, and this game does it justice. It looks just like this. The only thing I could say is that real Antietam, the hills roll a little more than you even see in the game. But, yeah, man, they do such a spectacular job of this game. Oh, used to be in the 3rd Alabama, the hard-charging 3rd Alabama. Well, I'm glad you're here. Hope you're enjoying the show. These Confederates, their honor's a little bruised. They got their little keister kicked in the last one, so let's see if they can show a little bit of Gramba and make this a successful attack. And we'll attack with them. We'll go with the attacking army. It's always more exciting. Get some shots here. We can always use shots like this in the Antietam. Making movies for Antietam. Anything that Dunker Church is in is going to be good.
Ben, das ist Dan Coco Hackman, der
Coco Hackman, Alter, was hab ich schon wieder verpasst?
Das ist einfach die Irrgespinste von irgendwelchen.
Ah.
Armas a la mano. Corregimos derecha. Vamos, coño, que no es tan difícil. Wizzy, la bayoneta afuera, que no quieras la B, la bayoneta afuera. Muchas gracias.
We have noisy neighbors.
Muchas gracias.
Alright. Solange du 2 Kernpunkte behältst, Dos Linhas et Fuego, ist alles in Ordnung.
Das wäre Sie und Vamos.
Hey, second company. Face north.
Rodilla tierra.
Neil!
Neil!
Gehen die erstmal weg.
Mr. Carlton, gehen Sie auf die Knie, verdammt.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo.
Battalion.
Santificado sea tu
Guide
nombre.
left.
Venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas como nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos del mal. Amén.
Rise up.
Und ganz ehrlich gesagt, meine Herren, wir haben jetzt die Wunderwaffe gefunden, mit der...
I think that was Kimu delivering that speech there, that prayer. Very good one.
Thank you, Kimu. Hackman, ich bin dafür, wir nehmen ihn immer mit.
You gotta love passion. That's what I heard. Even if I didn't understand the language, I understand passion. Well done, sir.
Repeat.
Tim, du hast die
Go with your
Linie.
unit. We don't need as many passages.
Okay.
Du hast die Linie, ich bin beim Stab.
Right, we're going right, yeah. So your battalion and the Slaughter's battalion through the corn, get to the fence line. If the Yankees waste their volley, push the fence line, yeah.
Alright, good. Can we go? Are we going?
Or the third battalion?
Yeah, we can go, yeah.
All right, you heard Hog. They're going to push through the corn, so we're going to go with them. It's going to be hard to keep watch, but we'll try to make it look as good as we can. Thank you all again for being here.
What? So probably right face. Right shoulder shift. Oh.
Arm.
So, wir machen einen geschlossenen Stoß in die rechte Flanke. Wir sind das linke Bataillon und wir sollen das Feuer auf uns ziehen. Battalion, quick time, Beifall. Left oblique.
At a quick time.
Second company at the quick time.
Wait for it,
No.
wait for it, wait for it, wait.
Not for now.
Go.
Check what you're looking for.
We march like gentlemen, we die like men.
Bitte? Hast du die Rolls auf einer Family?
Nee, ich glaube nicht.
Schade.
Sorry.
Hast du Roll? Bei meinem Roll wahrscheinlich auch nicht, ne?
Ja, aber
Hast du?
ich weiß jetzt gerade nicht wo. Ich weiß jetzt gerade nicht auf welcher Taste.
Bei von left oblique and over the fence.
Dann macht er nach der ewig noch was du hast.
So now we will deploy into line.
Second company, left oblique.
With guys right. First company on the right.
Up and over.
This game is stunning, man. I can't say it enough.
The left side of the second company.
And if you're just catching us for the first time, these are all real folks all around the world. All of them celebrating our American history with our Civil War. We remember this war so that we don't repeat it, my friends. And it's trying times around the world again. We have to remember the brutal destruction that these conflicts bring to our normal people. It's the politicians that start the war, but it's us that fight them. So if we remember these brave men on both sides, but you got to remember, by the time of this battle in 1862, September of 1862, a lot of these Confederate soldiers were already conscripts or draftees. The Confederacy actually entering conscription before the Yankees, and it forced a lot of men to join up voluntarily just so they wouldn't get separated from their friends, because unlike a modern army, people didn't want to get drafted in and be separated from their friends and family, so you'd have battles where a whole town would just be devastated and all their young men would be killed. You can see Todd coming through. And they're here. You can see that is an impressive Union line up on that hill. And Emil trying to get his men fired up. And we also have some Union here on the fence, covering the open field. That's the Irish, along with the 20th here and the 83rd. The MVPs of the last battle, in my opinion. Their stand in the open field right there at the point of contention really forced the Confederates into a lot of unnecessary charges and a lot of death.
Captain James, Colonel's dead. Sorry? Colonel's dead. Okay. Battalion, that's to my order. The colonel is dead.
Alright, and you see more Confederates coming this way through the field. This will be round 2. Who's it going to be this time? 1st Virginia, along with the 56th. See Slaughter right up front. And a massive volley. They know they're coming this way. Oh, I think I felt that bullet go right through my hair.
Yep.
Very well.
Check one ready, boys. Check one ready. Oh, God! All right, gentlemen, check one ready.
Leave it down.
Check one ready, gentlemen. Check one ready.
Check.
Check. I'm ready. Reason. Arms up. Fire!
And the Union forces just taking no guff. They've got the hill right here. And they are just daring these Confederates to come out of hiding. Very impressive line over here.
Am besten
Wir sind im Independent Fire.
Das, was noch da ist, neu formieren.
Sehr gut, Jungs, wir haben die aufgehalten. Excellent job. Good, good. Parker.
Good.
Oh,
Second job first.
Second, fire.
He's fire.
No fire, second.
He's fire. That's right.
Nordic James, fire. Make sure you're only firing at the enemies that are firing at
I'm ready.
Basically, there's
Well, the Union's got to be waiting for a flank attack at this point.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I am too. Haven't seen it yet. Confederates really taking a long time. It's hard to get these battalions going, man. These are large groups of men, and you got to really have a lot of organization to get all of these guys across that field. And that first attack, Union was not fooled. They were waiting for it. You can still, they're waiting for it again. So the Confederates are probably going to have to come down this road exposed, or they're going to have to take the same route and just make the run of the gauntlet to try to get behind the Union and into those hay bales. That is a typical attack. But you can see they've already paid a heavy price in bodies. So we'll see what the Confederates will do. Let's go with them. Oh my God, look at the massacre. These Union today. This is some of the sharpest shooting I have seen out of these guys in a long time. Well done.
Das Bataillon kannst du bitte zurückfallen bis auf zum
Battalion ceasefire. Battalion, about face. Fahren zu mir, Harley zu mir. Battalion, guide center at the double forward. March.
Guide left, double kick forward, mark.
Break reload.
Come on, come on. Let's go, stop loading.
Und zurück.
A little something to remember me by on the way back, huh? Alright, so what are they going to do? They do have plenty of time. Still 30 minutes left in this match. No need to hurry. And I like how they're getting the whole army back together, trying to figure this thing out. Let's see what they're talking about over here.
Ja, richtig geladen. North, the battalion.
Right side, on the right side, so we need to the center.
No, Anderson's a quicker.
Anderson is the third one. Anderson is moving to us now.
Oh, okay, well, we want the slow one.
Where do you want first battalion, sir? Do you want us to play bait? They're shifting a battalion over to the left now.
Yeah, so we're taking too much time. We need to send one battalion. We'll send the 56th battalion to the rise in front of us using the cover. And then both other battalions will go round the left and go quickly, okay? Like what we discussed earlier, the left attack.
You are to go on the left side.
And try and shield your movements. Go quickly at the double push.
That's probably too late. I think the second battalion is already over there as well.
Tim, übernimm bitte das Bataillon, sortiert man aus, wir stehen dort hinten.
Wir haben das Bataillon.
Da hinten einstellen.
So first and third are going on the left, and second is going to the center, is it?
Center, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they need to be quick.
What battalion is to your right? What do you want them?
You get that, sir.
Yeah, for your right.
Third battalion is going left of the road with Lemuel's guys.
You want me left of the road? So
yes,
left, far left.
Hopefully with Lemuel.
Far left, yes. Far left with Lemuel's battalion.
Which position
the other
behind
battalions
Lemuel?
Go to the middle.
On the left side, they are moving
it's
already.
It's up to you, man.
They are
it's
moving out. Okay,
it's
copy.
not my decision, man.
Please do it fast, thank you.
And you can see Hog just wants them to go, and they are going. So we'll see if this is going to be accurate. You can hear there was apprehension in the Council of War there, afraid that the Union were moving troops, and you know, Frank's a smart character, So is Stricker. They know how these Confederates like to attack this position, and Hogg is right. They were taking a little bit of time there to get everything organized, and this is probably going to play into the Union's hands again. Let's see if the Confederates can surprise them with this movement.
Forward march. Forward.
So these guys are the bait, I think.
Auf 11 Uhr, neben links von rechts von dem Busch.
El primero de infantería tiene que estar con el 56, no con el de caballería.
And they are moving. You can see them coming off that hill. But if Confederates can be quick, they can get over there. Oh no, you can see the more Union piling up on that left-hand side. That road is going to be closed. You can see Hogg sees it now. Are they going to continue with this course of action? It's hard to get these men moving in the opposite direction.
Push up after your volley. Push up after your volley. You need to push the volley.
Understood. Alright.
Keep going oblique on that and support the other two companies.
They want him to support. Hogg wants this attack to succeed, so he wants to help these guys over on the left-hand side who are now stuck on the fence. Oh man. And you see Anderson's division running straight into the teeth here. And this is going to get bloody. Well, they're in position now. Can Hogg get them some help? And they're still moving. I don't know if they wanted to come up this far. Wow, look at this. An aggressive attack. And they are right up close and personal on these Yankees. No, they're just that good. No cheats for sharpshooting in this. These boys are just well-trained killers. They're under heavy, heavy, heavy fire here. They're going to need some help. And it's coming across the field as we speak. Here we go.
Alright, once we're loaded, guys, you're going to dress right, alright? You're going to advance fine.
This is a fire in advance. There's the volley. Uh-oh, we got the bayonet. Here we go. I wondered how long they could wait. And they got more reinforcements coming in. Let's see if these Confederates can do it. They got a chance. Union is wavering. And the general staff close by. They're watching the whole thing. You heard him. He wants the staff to move back. And the Confederates, Hogg's attack is working. They still got these pesky Union over here in the corner. It's the Irish with the 20th and the 83rd. These guys have been a thorn in the Confederate sides all weekend.
Good job, gentlemen. We stopped them on the left.
That was well disciplined.
Well disciplined indeed. These guys are really... They haven't stopped them yet, I don't believe, but they have been doing a great job.
We hold as a block.
See the volley's coming in high. But we have more Confederates pushing this position.
Come on. Let's go.
We're going to advance.
Also, wir machen Advance, Leute.
Dress to the left, to the left.
Battalion guys.
Cut left.
Battalion guys.
Con el resto.
So the Confederate attack has stalled, and now it's gone to the bayonet, and this is going to be suicide for the Butternut and Gray in this one, I believe. The Union just too strong this weekend, this group especially. A good attack by the Confederates. Can the Union hold? It's going to be a lot closer than I thought. Let's see. Lieutenant Chair doing it with the pistol. And the Union's done it. Now the Confederates are engaged. So once again, the VIPs of the whole weekend, MVP I should say, really doing their jobs and doing them well. And that's not easy for these companies that have individual command structures to work as a battalion. But you can see they're doing it to perfection so far. And the Confederates General Staff having to once again rally their men for another attack. And looks like they're already on the move. Wanted to keep up the pressure.
Left.
Touch right. Hold.
Touch right.
Wir sollen die Stellung halten und einen Männer schicken, sobald die Linksbewegung zu
Let's
sehen
go
ist.
to the left. Go left behind Patterson.
Wo sind die?
Sind jetzt
Das.
rechts von uns mit dem zweiten
Right dress. Right dress. Right dress. Right dress off me. Let's go. Right dress. Right dress off to me.
Korrektur,
No.
Generalstab
Lawrence on the
hinter
left.
uns oben auf dem
We have the orders to hold
Okay,
this area.
there you go. Alright, hold it.
Hold.
Oh, das ist Duncan Church.
And from.
Enemy movement up ahead.
Noch keine Order fürs
Haut
Ready,
zurück.
Jungs. Alle zurück in Shoulder-Arms.
All the enemy flags are in their spawn area.
What?
I really do not envy the Confederate general on this map, like... Jesus.
Fix.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Livingston there.
They're all going to the left flank again, John.
Although I do feel like
That's...
there are some really great opportunities
they're
on this
good,
map
right?
for the Confederates. But in a battalion size, man, it's got to be really difficult to get that many men into a position. So right now the field is clear of Confederates. They're all back at their spawn or moving in this general direction. Looks like they may be doing a frontal assault. Let's get with the command and see what they're talking about.
On and go quickly with units together.
Okay.
Try to move fast, try to cut the point if possible.
Try to move fast. German commanders.
We'll
good
just
time.
try and take the hill if we can, you know, we just need to take the hill if we can.
So Hogg knows they've mustered all their men to that left, to the Confederate left, and now he's hoping he can punch through and get to that hill before the Union can respond. And that's, he's looking at the German corps, and that's Weber, and he's probably going to sniff that out pretty early.
Through the corn now, we can catch them.
But Hogg's right. If he can sneak up on them, he's got a chance. But they got to get him in the corn without the Union being able to see it. And they're looking right this way. I do believe.
They're making ready.
Enemy shoot at us.
Oh, they're gonna shoot at us? Well,
Yes,
if they
they
shoot at
are.
us, we're gonna have to return fire, aren't we? It's official! Firing by battalion! Ready! Give them hell, boys! Hey!
Well, Motor, with practice and you getting a good unit, you get a lot of practice, you will be that good as well. Many of these players have over 1,000 hours in this game, and not all of those are spent on the battlefield. Many of those happening in drill camp, learning the basics of using these weapons and working with these tactics. All right, you see it, left face. That means they have sniffed out the Confederate attack. We'll go with them and see if they can get back in time to defend their position.
Das Schiff nach vorne. Ich spüre schon deinen Atem.
Left oblique.
Oblique.
Das ist witzig, wenn ich hier den Dampfheizer atme nachher.
Was ist denn hier mit der Linie los? Ihr müsst zusammen unterteilen.
Bleib mal in der Reihe, hat einen kleinen Linksdrift gemacht.
Ja,
And it looks like the Union's going to be ready for it. If I know Rich, he's going to try to get to those hay bales and behind this Union force. But boy, they are absolutely bristling over here. And here come the Confederates.
Battalion forward, guide center.
Can't feel my leg!
Fire!
And you can see the Confederate fire is having an effect, but man, there are a lot of Union up here. How are the Confederates holding up under this fire? And it's a simultaneous attack. Look at this. I didn't even hear this happening. The Confederates have swung around and surprised us all with this brilliant flank attack. I knew it. If Hogg's in command, he is looking for your flank, son. And they found it. Lumel Todd, 3rd Alabama and the JDL over here. But there are Union in the area. Can they press their advantage? There's an equal amount of Union here, maybe more. I think Todd sees it. Man, I'd keep going and getting in behind him. But they don't ask me to run these armies. And you can see we got Confederates coming down the middle as well. So, fairly spread out. I guess that's the command over there. So, Hogg's trying to get him in a pincer. I just don't know if he has enough men to be able to pull that off. Great interior lines for the Union.
Alright,
do you want me to go there and tell Lemo that he's by himself?
Go to spawn and tell both of the battalions, once they're rallied up, to support the left side, because I think Lemo's on the road, right?
Yeah, I think he is. Can you do that, Lurifax? Can you tell the both battalion commanders on the spawn to go to the left side?
On the road, support the left road.
Try.
Yes, please. Go ahead, thank you.
That go to the left side. Ich bin alleine. Was soll ich machen?
Yeah, I'm lost too.
Ah, Nosferatu. Wie schaut's da vorne aus?
Laufen alle ungeordnet zurück.
You can see it's not even easy to get commands to the right area. So that's tough with these commanders trying to get these guys to the right position. You can see it. Todd has got their attention. The whole damn Union Army's coming this way. Let's hope the Tar Heels, with help from the 3rd Alabama, can hold. There's just not a lot of them. Fewer by the second.
Thank you.
And it's going to be a while before they can get some support. Let's see how fast they can get those orders in. Oh, here comes death right there. You can see the Union Army pouring into this area. And Todd knows that he's getting his guys the hell out of here. Let's see if they can get out with their skins. This is smart. He's done his job. He has lured the Union away from that hill. And you can see they're paying the price for it, but they've done their job well. Now if the right can push, but there is no right to speak of. The right has been completely destroyed. So at this point, Todd's kind of on his own, waiting for reinforcements. Let's see what they can do, this little band of brothers. Oh, they got up on the enemy flank. That's all you can do right now. Outnumbered. Oh, and there he goes. You can hear the rebel yell. They're having an effect, but where are those reinforcements? Still well off and not making any movement in this general direction, as the Tar Heels and the 3rd Alabama sacrifice their lives for this attack. And now they'll start to fall back. So a great attack. If he had had a little support there, he might have been able to do something. You see the Confederates really manning up here for another assault. But did they get their orders? Looks like they got them now.
Okay, dann übernehmen bitte mal das Bataillon, das hier vorne halten. Perto holt. Oh. Perto holt.
Ja, mache ich, kein Stress.
Das ist die komplette Linie.
Yes.
Den Schafe.
Kommt in die Linie, Jungs.
Guide Center, at the quick time forward.
Logifahrt einmal nach rechts anschließen, bitte. Mal in die Linie stellen.
Perto hold, hold. Perto hold, hold. Okay, see you, the enemies.
Arne, du musst links neben mir stehen.
Die lauter
Einen Schritt zurück. Make ready.
Fire by battalion.
Oh, der Rucksack, ne?
Make ready, ey.
Make ready, ey.
No.
Color guards.
Take aim.
Battalion. Fire!
Fire!
Fire by company. Commands. Fire.
Voller, also. Fire by company, so. Okay, Leute, wir machen das.
Stop firing, reload,
Hog couldn't depend on his carriers, so he had to send the message himself to stop firing and move to the left. And this is where the Confederates are going to try to make their move. They will have more cover on this side. And Todd and the boys are going to lead the charge again. I'm really impressed by the 18th North Carolina and 3rd Alabama working very well together here today. And Todd always his normal entertaining self. So it's fun to watch, boys. Doing a hell of a job. This guy acts like the secretary of the UEC. He's really the secret glue that holds everything together. Shh, don't tell anybody. But it'd be a lot harder to get things done without Lamel Todd. That's a fact. And he's pushing deep into the Union territory, further than I've seen it today. On their flank, look at this. Caught him with their pants down. From the backside. He didn't have the numbers, but he's sure got the balls. Wow. A brilliant flank attack, and that's gotta put a little panic in the Union here. The German Corps caught with their pants down. You saw them dishing that out just a couple weeks ago. They got one for themselves, but they were not wiped. They're still able to hold their ground. 20th New York, long known as the anchor of the Union, and for good reason. But that was just a brilliant attack by Lamel Todd. Well done, sir. And we're back with the MVPs of the weekend right here. This is the Union squad you really don't want to go up against right now. They're hot.
They're friendly to our left, who's ever shooting. Hello, they're friendlies to our left.
That was me. My bad. That was
saying.
rude. That was okay. My bad.
Here the guys laughing and having a lot of fun. That is what this is all about after all. The only stress is for the officers. All right, they are grouping up now, so this will be a punch. Will they be able to punch through that Union line? It's been strong, and their best troops are over here right now.
Nee, jetzt kannst du wieder machen. Hier rein.
Nee, darf nur.
Nee, mach ruhig.
Go no, stars and stripes, southeast.
Low check bayonet.
Load and check bayonets, John.
Recargas y bayonetas. En línea todos.
Sticks, good sticks.
Armas a la mano, Virginia. Todos a la misma. Bayonetas, recargas, armas a la mano. En línea.
Flor 9 nach dem Laden ein bisschen nach rechts rissen, bitte.
Okay.
Schön. Der Rest jetzt auch mal nach rechts.
All right, he's getting them masked up for this attack. Let's see what they can do here. I'll bet the Union knows they're here. Okay, Union's still kind of spread out. They got troops, so the Confederate might be able to punch through here. We'll see. They're going to have a real strong opponent right in their face. And that's Jumbo. 3rd Battalion really getting it done today. And Jumbo's not waiting. He wants to get up and mix it up. I don't know if he knows how many numbers are up here, but can't blame the man for being confident. They've been kicking ass all weekend. There they are indeed. You're not going to be able to muster up too long. The Union are out for blood. And they have the high ground. How will the Confederates respond? Ooh, lots of lead. It's a dangerous position for the Union. They do have 2 battalions firing into them. He knows he's got the remnants of the German Corps on his left. I imagine the Confederates are coming. Yep, here they come. I was going to say, I wouldn't say it was going to take them too long to come with the bayonet. You can see it's a fire and charge, and here we go. I don't know if the Union can hold it this time, as half the Confederate army pours into the position. And 3rd Battalion, for the first time today, or this weekend, really bested. So the Confederates finally making a push, but it's 4:50 left in the match. They're going to have to do it quick, and that point of contention's a long way away. And Hogg wants to push everything in on the left-hand side, and that's not a bad idea. Let's see if they can pull it off. Well, Malarkey's got the flag. A green medal winner. And Livingston, Pauley's West's here, Weber, Venom, 51st New York. Haven't heard Ulti all weekend. I don't know if he is not here. Hadn't seen old Smurfin in a while. Hope those guys are well. Oh, Jimmy Neutron's got a flag. Oh, here they come. But they got help on the left here. And that's 52nd New York with the 4th New Jersey and the 6th U.S. So the Confederates are going to have some trouble on their hands here. But Preacher coming through with the sword. So the Confederates appear to have pushed this position. And they still have plenty of men back here. Will Anderson's division push up as well? Man, you see how well trained these guys are. They were literally just over there and Hogg told them to move over here. They are already here. And, oh, their boys are coming back. The flag bearer by himself. Oh, didn't make it. But the Union are running in to a hornet's nest of Canada. So the Confederates are running out of time. They do have somebody back here. Got some flag bearers moving off. There may have been an attack I just completely missed. Sorry about that. Let's see, 51st. Chubby. Doesn't want to let this private get away. But finally thought better of it. So with 2 minutes left, it's going to take a miracle for the Confederates to be able to take this point of contention. They haven't even been near it today.
Kill him, lads.
Jack.
Shit, my meat shield's dead.
Shit, my meat shield's dead. I've felt that same exact way in this game many, many times. In fact, one of my videos, Weber himself served as my meat shield successfully.
Just kill them all.
Well, and the Confederates know it's just about over, so they're going to do another futile charge here. Guys got their dander up.
Here they come.
But there are just too many Union. Oh man, look at the Confederates coming. A lot of Confederates here now. Can they push the position? And it looks as though they have. But we got Union reinforcements coming this way. Jumbo. 3rd Battalion. This is not who you want to see if you're the Confederates right now. And it's a fire and charge. He's going straight into the Confederates, and there's a lot of them here still. But they are scattered out. Can the 3rd Battalion wipe them from the field? Both sides now taking losses. 23 seconds left in the match. Oh, Confederates are on the point of contention. I didn't even see it. They even fooled me. Here we go. They're doing it now. Lumel Todd. Slaughter's here. But here come the Union. And, oh, they didn't give them time. I thought it was going to give them overtime. Oh, that's too bad. Because I think the Confederates might have had something for them there. Sorry I missed that, guys. Shit. Well, congratulations once again to the Union. They have swept the weekend.
Seeing a possible advantage, Colonel Cook had his men rise up from behind the fence line they had been sheltering at, and advanced into the open towards the Muma farm with the expectation that the other regiments positioned in the West Woods would push with them. Instead, the 2 regiments went forward alone to face the entire Union 6th Corps. However, they managed to surprise and capture a large number of Yankees in their wild onrush as the other Union regiments fell back past the orchard behind the smoldering Muma farmhouse. This meant the Union regiments near the sunken lane were then in danger of being flanked from behind. Yet as these events occurred, more fighting also occurred farther south, as General Burnside attempted to consolidate his position on the other side of the Antietam Creek. The 9th Corps were forced to clamber up the steep hillside that had been pockmarked with various foxholes and fighting pits before reaching the summit, where the Otto and Sherrick farms stood. There, the Federals skirmished with the patchwork of small rebel regiments that attempted to hold back this latest threat, one that could possibly cut the entire army off from their only avenue of escape.
Tune in next week. All right. If you like that, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. Until next time, my name is Joehova, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye. And goodbye to everyone on the stream today. Thank you for joining me and getting in the chat with me and hanging out. Huzzah for the Union. 2 in a row. So we'll see you back next week for round 4. Until then, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.